Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel that I have made only for class 9 economics. Already I have discussed with you chapter 3 which is poverty as a challenge. Until now I have already explained anti-poverty measures. Now the last topic, which is what are the challenges that we in our country India facing, and how we can overcome these challenges or remove the problems from the poor people's life, so that they also start living a life that the better of people are enjoying. So what are the challenges that we are facing and how to tackle or overcome these challenges? So, poverty has certainly declined in India, but despite the progress, what we have seen that there is regional differences, and poverty reduction is not same in all the Indian states and union territories, and it has remained the one of the leading or one of the biggest challenge that the country is facing, or one fourth of our population, they are deprived of basic needs and they are struggling to survive. So widespread disparities have been noticed or seen in India, or it is visible in rural and urban areas and among different states of India. So what are the things that we can do to make the people's life better? So that I'm going to explain this. Okay, so let us begin that what we can do, and how these disparities in urban and rural areas can be removed. Certain economic and social groups in our country, they are more vulnerable, or they are facing this problem, or there is acute shortage of certain things which is required to live a daily life, to live our life. And poverty reduction is expected to make better progress in the next 10 to 15 years in the country. But this would be possible mainly due to higher economic growth, or and this we have seen that in next 10 to 15 years we may become able to expect a better progress in this area, or to overcome this challenge that we call poverty, and that has crippled the people's life and made them unable to live a proper life. So this would be possible mainly due to higher economic growth. So two things must be done. First, we should or the government should promote economic growth. How? By improving the infrastructure, providing employment, and raising the literacy rate of the country. Then we will become able to reduce poverty and to bring equality in the country. So, because we see that the one fourth of our population, they are unable to get proper education. So in we have to give in government has stressed on increasing universal free elementary education, and to reduce the growth of population at the rate which population is growing. It also has to be controlled by making the family planning program more effective, and monitoring it properly whether it is achieving the target or not. Then increasing empowerment of women is also required, because we know that 50% of our population, they are women, but they are not given equal respect and status, and they are ill treated, and they face several type of violence at home or outside, or wherever they go to work. So we also have to protect them, to remove poverty and to empower them and give them equal right and respect, and make them economically weaker, and make them economically independent. And weaker section of society also has to be provided means of living and to give them respect, so that they may not live a secluded or underprivileged life, or they may be given equal respect, or they may also have a right to say or decision making process. They may give their own view also. So the official definition of poverty, however, it captures only a limited part of poverty. Poverty means those who have food, clothes and shelter, but no, only this will not remove poverty. So rather than minimum level, we should think upon the reasonable level of living. Reasonable level means what a person should be given, whether he has equality, whether he has education, shelter, health care, job security, and whether there is no gender discrimination or casteism, etc. So these are the things which will give the people or our countrymen a reasonable level of living. So many scholars, they advocate that we must broaden the concept and the definition of poverty. Poverty does not be defined that if a person has no food, clothes and shelter, then it is poverty. No. If they have no job security, if there is ill treatment in society, if there is caste system in society, if there is gender discrimination in the society, then we have not become able to reduce or remove poverty or increase welfare in the society. So that is why the definition must be changed with the changing of time, with the modernization, with the globalization, etc. So we have to make our humans free from their sufferings, from this discrimination, ill treatment, and provide them security and respect, so that everyone should be given right to live, right to equality, right to education, etc. So worldwide has been experienced that development or the definition what poverty constitutes has changed, or it must be changed in our country also. So eradication of poverty is always a continuous or moving target, because people lives continues. One people dies and another one lives. So that is why this is a moving target, that how the poverty should be reduced and how the people's lives should have to become or made better. So eradication of poverty is a moving target, and hopefully we will become able to provide the minimum necessary items or things in terms of income. We may become able to provide them their livelihood or make them able to earn their living, or give them the subsistence necessary items that will help them to have a living. But only then, only providing them the income is not sufficient. We have to remove all the indiscrimination, the gender discrimination, or the job security, etc., must be provided to them. And then only we will say that we have become able or successful in removing the poverty or reducing the poverty. But the target will move on, and because only provision of health or education is not enough, but provision of equality, provision of respect, and providing them life without discrimination, ill treatment, etc., is also to be given, to also to be means provided to the people. And that is why it is a moving target. As the life moves on, that is why the problems or the solutions also has to be provided. And these are the bigger challenges that is present in the society, that we have to correct or that we have to change. So we have to provide the growing population health care, education, job security, and gender equality, etc. Then only they will get they will get a chance to live their life with dignity. And these are the bigger tasks than the programs which have been started to empower women, to give employment, to increase the literacy rate, etc. So in this chapter, what you have read about what is poverty, types of poverty, causes of poverty, who are more poor, and how we categorize social and economic groups, and why there is differences in rural and urban poverty, etc. Now, for you boys, all my students of class 9, you must read the chapter and start doing the exercise. Then only I will send you your notes also of this chapter. Thank you, everyone.